clearance plant salvage from Lowe's. As the regular price was 11 bucks, they offer them for $3, $1, just depending. So typically all these ever need are to get the heck out of these pots. There's so much water in this because they think overwatering will fix them. So we'll get them out of this, but first thing we're going to do is cut it back. So when you're cutting back the new roses like this, all you really have to do, if you can see it's kind of stemmy on the inside, you can probably even break this down to more than one plant. That's a later time though. Alright, so what you're going to want to do is obviously you're going to deadhead and cut off the dead stuff. And what you're going to want to do is cut it down so like you can see that's all dead and black and yucky. So I'm going to cut it right above that branch to start. This one, we're just going to cut that away. I might actually leave this one because it's not that bad. We'll come back to that. This, if you can see it, that whole thing looks terrible. So we're going to cut that off at the joint, right there, and leave a little bit of that. That doesn't look good either, so we're going to do the same thing right at the joint. This is the same one I keep putting off, isn't it? So anything dead you're going to cut, but don't cut so much that it's bald. Try to really get in there and just cut away the dead stuff, because I got a spoon there. Because if you take too much off, the harder it is to recover. Usually. This, see, it has like a dead leaf and really doesn't look that great. So what I'm going to do for something like this is cut that off and then cut it off right above. That's where the new leaves come out. So we're going to do that. So the new leaf will shoot up there, and actually I can take that down a little bit more. So you have that. I'm going to go ahead and do that kind of thing to this whole plant, and then I will be right back. Alright, so you guys can see pretty much what we've clipped off, and it is a lot. Our plant's pretty bare, but I mean, your plant's not going to revive this way. These are dead, and it needs to concentrate on its watering and fertilization in the good parts. If you have all this dead and that not, it's just a waste. So anyway, we're going to just go ahead and deadhead the rest of these. There is a very eager cat in the background. So we're just going to cut off, and like I was saying, if you see these, don't cut off these, because that's where you're going to get your branches and your leaves, and just cut it about a little bit above it. Never use scissors either, because scissors pinch the plant and clippers actually clip the way it's supposed to. So it's super important not to do that. Alright, now looking back, there's still some I need to trim up, so I'm going to just take this one down to here, and then I think we're going to call it a day. Idiot. The next part of the video is going to be just planting it and that kind of thing, but this is pretty much how it should look if you go to save a plant from Lowe's, specifically roses, mini roses. And you can, I mean, you can clip off these dead leaves, they're certainly not, but you know, just make it as best you can. It is a little bit leggy and stemmy. You can cut back at it as it grows, but this is how I always start mine and have really good luck. Okay, let's do so now we're going to take our Lowe's watered rose, and you guys know roses do never need to be this wet. So as you can see, that's the perfect pot to start. It fits. You should never ever put a plant in a big pot to start. So this is disgustingly wet, so, and pokey. So what I'm going to do is take that out. Shadows. to wipe out the pot and clean it out and drench it before you put a new plant in there from last season. So I never like to keep all of this wet soil like this, so what I'll do usually is just put some new dirt in, and then I'll just break off. I'll just break off. It's just so wet. And you don't want to ruin your roots though. See how they're delicate? This is relative new plant, so you want to be dainty with it. But I like to get them out of the sopping water. Just kind of give it a break, not drowned. So the roots are going to go down there like that. And then literally we just making a mess here. I will be doing an update on this rose. I've had a lot of people asking me these kind of questions. So I will be doing an update on the rose weekly. So you can see kind of what it does and how long it takes. And see how long it takes. So we're just going to finish off with some soil. You can fertilize it. It's not bare root, obviously. I would wait till it dries out just a little bit to add any more water from fertilizing. And put it in the sun, and you will have a happy new rose plant for $3. Feel free to leave your questions, comments below. Like or dislike the video. Either way, thanks for watching.